What's going on, everybody? This is your guy Frost, and I'm back playing High Descent, Wiltshire, Season 144, Day 15. Halfway there. Living on a prayer, maybe. This is one of the hardest days of the season, so we'll sort of go through preparation, considerations, attack lists, and battles themselves. So, first thing I see here is our buddy Chicken Eater 3. He hit his level 20 arrows and attacked me and won. So we're going to start seeing this pattern happen now. It's been smooth sailing for a lot of people getting to this point in the season, but as buy level 20 setups mature, as buy level 27 setups emerge, and those buy level 20 mercenaries get sold, we're going to start to see a lot of strong setups, and it's not going to be as academic from battle to battle. So this is again where it starts to really, really get tough. So we'll kind of hope for the best today. My goal is to get as close to level 20 as possible. That's going to be tomorrow, unfortunately, but I want to put myself in a good position to have that advantage early in my attacks so that they are less risky, um, and really just monitor my agility and critical hits, right? Like I had a podcast last night recorded with Chicken Eater 3 and Shiny, and we discussed the rest of the Wiltshire season trends we think we would see. Um, Went through people's setups and strengths and weaknesses, advantages, disadvantages of each. And mine, as we kind of look at my summary here, is that I'm running two axemen, which typically run lower agility than the rogues. And, I'm really walking a fine line right now with my agility on my mercenaries. So I need to be really cognizant of how that performs today in my battles. And if I need to add a level or two, then so be it, right? Like I can already see here 94 agility on my executioner when bows are running over 100 accuracy is probably not the best move. So I'm going to need to make that adjustment today. And that's where, again, spies can really shape how you allocate to your mercenaries. Because as much as you want to be proactive, there isn't a reactive element to HD. So that said, I'm going to start off here. Looks like our executioner is a good ways away from leveling, and our bow is not though. So um, let's see. We do the AB yet? No, we didn't actually. We were waiting for Jib, and Jib is ready. He's by level 27. So I'm just gonna do it here actually on camera. So we'll hit Covenant as most people do. I think we got like 800 losses or something like that this season. Poor guys. So we'll wait for this to load and let's just take a quick peek here. Looks good. Looks good. 50-50. No one died. Uh, and Crush the Demon's just mopping up all the kills with his melee. Oh, I love it. All right, cool. So we're a little bit closer. There we go. And we got a level up for the Executioner. And I'm pretty close on the bow as well. So my first battle, I'll get level 18, which is great. Let's fix this Executioner. And I got some unfinished business from yesterday too that I need to take care of. So helm and shield we're looking for from the merchant at level 16. Padded cap, we don't want that. Shield, hardwood targe, and unenhanced. But you know what? I'm still saving a little bit, so I'll pick it up. And oops, wrong guy. Just gonna slap this on. Should be interesting. We really talked last night about, the rogue axe versus axe melee front line and the difference between a two merc setup and a three front wall setup. I think it's going to really be fascinating to see how it evolves, how things scale, the decisions people make. Looking forward to that. So I just want to just double check my armor here. Stuff in the armory's got 7 enhancements. This guy's got 12. Yeah, there's really no purpose for that armor anymore. So I'm going to chuck it in the garbage and re-enhance. Now, see here, 95 agility. I am going to add a full level. That gets me to 103. I just, I need it. Very simple. I've got less I've got less agility than they've got accuracy on their bows, and that leaves me susceptible to critical hits. So just that fixing this guy up here. So we're gonna roll with 400 on my secondary melee. And the unfinished business is actually replacing an axe. I finished yesterday with like 100 gold. I couldn't do it. And I gotta update the body as it is too. I didn't even have my stuff upgraded. So I had no gold. 42.7. I think actually that, yeah, that's a net increase there. And sell that. So my secondary melee should have a 403. And primary, we'll fix that as well. A 447. And want to enhance that. 455. Right. So I got 455 defense on him. Let's just actually pull it up as a summary again. 455, 102, 403, 103. And as you can see, I've got negative speed finally on my executioner, which always makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. My bowman's going to level up. And I think it's time, I was doing 3-1, 3-1, 3-1 for damage accuracy. I might actually start piling on some damage today. I mounted. I want to make sure that I've got enough agility to cover um, the dukes that might still be out there in the top 10. Because today's goal is to try to attack as many of the top 12 as possible. So let's just take a look and see what we've got. Um, my natural starting point, I think, today would be to look at a guy like Spartan, who, yeah, see, so he's got 330 damage, 99 accuracy. And so that's really, really close to like my 100 agility. 260, 129, 240 defense, 314. It's always the same sort of consideration. 382. Wow. 111. These guys are just like vacuuming up mercs at the merchant, man. Holy smokes. Right. Um, that makes him a little bit tougher of a target. Still will be able to take him, but it's to be honest, did not expect him to have that. Let's see here. Got an Amazon with low defense, 315, 110 bow, 278, 121's not a threat. This Duke, still very effective, actually. The Dukes age really, really well, especially once they start getting to negative speed. So, Charity looks like a good sort of starting place for me today. I'm going to give them a hit. And, this is, none of this is going to be easy. So, 97 points. We've got double level up messages here. You know what? I think I'm going to roll with it like this for now. I don't love it, but I can start piling on the damage at a certain point. I think I know what I'm going to do. So level 16 on my knight. Got to start looking for that agility shield, which we know there's none in the merchant. Well, let's just see. Maybe something popped up in the last 5 minutes. No helm, of course, and no shield. All right. So new equipment for JL. Now I've got a lot of enhancements on it. I used the enhancements early to give it stability as it leveled up because it was getting countered. But as I replace this armor, I'm actually inclined not to enhance it as heavily. I'm inclined to take the gold from the sale of those pieces of equipment and sort of refunnel that either into my melee defense or my damage. So I'll have to take a look at that. So we're going to sell these pieces, and they sell for quite a bit, right? Like these had 12 enhancements on it. And so if I wanted to get JL back to where he was, so 313, 142 agility, but I have 327. So I only really need to put like 7 enhancements on each. The gold I saved from, you know, 1344, I've just pocketed a little bit of gold that I can use to enhance in other areas. And I'm going to do a split alloc. Actually, before I do that, let's just see. Scotty Dog had the mounted before, right? 290, 141, 101. Did Jib have mounted? I just want to see what people are carrying here in terms of accuracy. So this is starting to concern me. 130, just hit the level 13 sword, 129. No hit by level 27, but you know what? I'm still going to do what I originally planned. I'm going to go 2-2. So 147. A little tight, but uh, just want to round those allocations off and then really start to focus on agility and maybe a bit of HP as I trend towards level 20. So 334, 147 for my mount. I'm going to go to my next battle here, which will probably be Aoba. Just want to double check. 305, 134. We've got the Berserker, 300, 135, 357. So I've got 400 damage and 105 accuracy on my bow as of last reset. It leveled up, so I think it's like maybe closer to 410 and like 106 accuracy. So I'm fine taking this on. And these don't pose too much of a threat. They could crit though. That's the thing when you run two axemen, you have to watch for that. Ideally, you want your battles to be done sooner. Uh, but I've got one very slow bow, so it's gonna really be really do how do I put this? I just really need to monitor my battle scripts and make adjustments like right away. I cannot sit and wait. Aoba retaliation's available and a lot of black, but that's because again he's got the tribo setup. And so last season I talked about this and how the tribo setup can be beneficial by dominating the battle script. So like look at this. In the first 10 lines, I got one, two hits, right? It's got three times the amount. In this 10 like line cluster, I got one or sorry, two hits for my bow. Now they're effective. I did 125 damage here, 79 damage there, but that is a strategy you can use. Now, it didn't work for him here defensively, but that's because he hit by level 20 later. So a player like Chicken Eater 3, like I can probably look at my defensive against him today, and it's less. Oh, sorry, he's green. So yeah, so it's going to be a lot of more green than black. And I think there's a certain safety and comfort that comes in that, right? Like most of these lines are green. It's him attacking me, and again, the level 20 arrow advantage is key for that. Um, but yeah, that's how one can manipulate the script, and it's just really funny to see it on the other side now that I'm the one with one bow. So Charna was the other person I was going to look at early on here. So they've got an accuracy of 110 on this bow that I need to watch out for. I'm not too concerned about this Duke. This damage is higher than mine, and accuracy is lower. Um, that's something to watch for. He's also got a knight, a legionnaire, a Celtic woodsman, but he only has the one melee, and I like my chances against that. So I'm going to attack Charna as well. So just really watching JL here to see how he performs. So 96, that's solid. I've got 8 attacks left, plus the one I need to allocate when I level up. So we're going back to our list and just want to see Jib. Jib's got an enforcer that he sold. 285 damage, 119. So this is going to be interesting to see who picks these mercs up, who would want them even. Like, people who are late to the party at buy level 20 might want to give it a shot. Although I don't think attacking melee is the way to play it if you arrive late to buy level 20. So this looks like a very safe attack. I'm going to make it. Sorry, Jib. I'm very interested to see what you've got at 27 though, especially being placed so high. So that's a quick 146 liner and my first target above 100 nobility points. So that's kind of cool. We'll start all scaling up towards that. Want to take a look at Donut and see what he's doing here. So he's got his Celtic Woodsman at 391 with 90 accuracy. He's got a baby knight, and a Legionnaire that is quite strong. It's just basically his wall and his win condition. So I would expect to backdoor this and probably get countered by that. But yeah, like close to leveling up. Do I want to put more damage on that before I attack him? Let's just double check. My bow got uh you know what? I'm gonna do it a little early today. I see a lot of things in the spy that cause for concern, so um I'm gonna try the long range here. Funny we're in the archery range. I have not got to this part of the video yet, but last night Lancelot, who is having a fantastic season by the way, he did a video similar to like what I usually do. And he's going through his attacks, and one of the things that he touched on was the archery range. I probably should finish watching that video before I do this, but part of the reason why I wanted to add the accuracy the way I have is so that I could try and maximize the archery range this season better. So, it says here, try the long range if you have more than 100 accuracy. Well, I do now. So let's give it a try with Malice. Let's see if we can use that. Not a good start. That's a really not a good start. Four misses, five misses, six. Oof. That is just a really nasty start. Seven misses, eight misses, nine misses, 10 misses. Holy crap, man. Um, didn't like that. Did not like that at all. Maybe I need more accuracy. Yeah, this is the second time I've done that actually, where I've tried to go 90 too soon, and I don't know. My greed is not being rewarded. So if I were to run at the 50 meters for the last five, I'm getting 18, 36, 36. So like I almost got in those five what I got in the last 20. So that really hurts. Not gonna lie, I really need to maximize my XP on my bow, but with all those losses, it's just absolutely terrible. Um, kind of processing it live as I record is very awkward, but I'm not happy about that at all. Screwed that up. So anyway, onward and upward. Next target, Spartan. He's got this executioner that just like walked into his hands. It's so funny how people have timing with these mercs, man. It's a good merc, but I think I've got a better setup, so I'm going to attack him. And I don't didn't check retail, did I? He's not retail eligible, so we've taken that down. But look, JL almost got countered to death. Um, that's annoying. Next up, Scotty Dog, 290, 141. So he's got the high accuracy, Duke. Got this knight. Got a great bow. Very, very formidable bow. But his melee situation is not great. So, um, again, this is a player who zags when everyone zigs. He always is trying to do something different. He's a very adventurous player, very fun player, and an overall good guy. But I'm going to attack him right now. I think he was on retail too. So little concerned about my mounted and how it's going to perform, but um, I do think I'll be all right. So here he's not really able to do much damage. Like I think the idea was, especially the way he named it, whip meat. Like that's his meat. That's what defends. Pause. That's what that's what he defends his bow with, and I think his idea is that he wants his even his defenders to be a threat. But unfortunately, in this battle for him, that was not the case. JL took care of the mounts, and Alice took care of everything else. Got five left. This is where it really starts to get tough. So we've got Donut, we've got Azrael, we've got Shiny, and then it really, really, really picks up. So Shiny, again, very fortunate to pick up some of these merchant mercs, but this here in particular, that's a lot of agility. That is not to be poo-pooed over. And this would prove to be a very challenging battle. And I'd actually want to add um, some defense or agility to my melee before attacking Shiny. So I need 196. I think it's time for me to go to the pit. At least I can't screw this up, guys. Like, two, three. There it is. All right, level 19. Those are the leg armor. So let's take a look and see what we've got in the merchant. Very unlikely we have something. We did have cloth, which suggests that it maybe was a high level attack mount that was wearing that previously. I have to buy this fresh too, and I get a two agility jump, which for me, I'm clawing for all the agility points. So I will take it and see if I can cascade this down to my other mercs, 39 and 13. If I put that on here, what does that look like? Okay, so I gained 5 on my secondary melee as well. We'll sell this armor and enhance evil taxi. So 449. Um, I am going to go with agility here. Begrudgingly, I don't want to, but to. It's part of the game plan this season. I have to make sure that I apply to agility even if I don't want to. So we're going to roll with 8 enhancements here. And I think that gets me to 465. Yeah, 465 with 111 agility. Very solid, very sturdy. And this guy's about to level up too and get a new body. So that will be great. 408, 103, looking pretty good. Maintaining about 50 defense difference between the two, and it might get a little bit bigger as Evil Taxi has access to better equipment. 107 for this range. I can't believe I did that with it. Oh man, whatever. Donut. Yep. Attack Donut. If I backdoor him, I eliminate the ranged. I might lose my mount, but I can just have target practice at this Legionnaire, so I'm gonna attack him right now. And yeah, he's gonna be camping the merchant as well, I'm sure. There's the counter I talked about. And 100 points. I ranked up, and I think it was the secondary melee that leveled up. So we're going to just double check for level 17 body armor. See if we can get something cheap. Padded vest. Nope, that's not what we want. Too light. Again, that's probably a high level attack mount. Um, yeah, I wonder, Mike. Let's put that on. And 13. Don't think this is useful. Let's just double check. 7 enhancements. Body. Yeah, that has more. Okay, I was gonna put that on my mount, but my mount has 12, so I don't need that. We will get rid of that. And I'm gonna put some defense on that as well. And this by 6. So it's 6 or 7 on the secondary, 8 on the primary right now. So 430 on my secondary defender and 465 on my main. Looking pretty good. And I will get some more damage very shortly too. JL, he might or may not level up depending on how these last few battles go. This is really where it gets down to the nitty gritty, like I said. So let's check out Azrael. I do think it's very interesting the merchant luck that some people have. To see a level 16 executioner, that means he probably picked that up off the merchant because he should have both of his melees around here. He also conveniently picked up a composite bow. Um, hey, like I said in the podcast yesterday, merchant pickups can change and alter the course of someone's season. I think it makes his 11 attack strategy much more viable. But yeah, I think with the level of defense I have on my melees and the damage I've got on my bow that I can attack him. But it might be safer for me to attack Shiny, who's only got one melee with highish defense, although he has a crap ton of agility, but he has lower HP. So I'm going to target Shiny first. Yeah. So he's got awesome signature here. I love it. The steamroller. Don't lose it. That's a classic. I think Lance said that in his video yesterday too. So 98 points. We've got to level up. We know it's for the bow, which is fantastic. I'm closing in on level 20 and three more to damage, one more to accuracy, and looking forward to that power spike tomorrow, right? Really looking forward to um, seeing what that looks like with the new arrows at level 20. So 465, 111, 430, 103, 418, 109. And now I will look to attack Israel. So we have some counteraction here, clearly, with the knights, which is always annoying. They should just have a truce to just not touch each other at this point, because they're really just like placeholders, right? Just so that we don't get backdoored by like anyone with dukes and the sneaky people who have attack knights like Jib, and I think Renegade Monk has one as well. So 101 points, great. Two attacks left. This is where it gets painful. Um, Risks will be taken, and so I need to look at the next set of targets here. So we've got Lancelot, Chicken Eater 3, and the Butterfly. Um, yeah, tough stuff. Really, really tough stuff. Um, Cheech is also there as well if I wanted to skip somebody. Um, but with 440 defense and 750 HP, that's a very risky play. Um, Even though his damage is kind of lacking, but yeah, okay. So the last two targets are going to be a challenge. Let me just allocate. Actually, I have three attacks left. So just allocate to my 12th attack. I always forget to do that. And going to joust. I'm going to hunt a specific matchup, and I'll be right back. All right, I found my matchup. So we always go with Avalon, fight Colchester, and at the max. See how it goes today. Going well. Could use some luck here, but didn't get much of it. I made about 300 gold. This is the third straight day of just getting modest amounts of gold. I guess I shouldn't complain. It's better than losing it. Um, so I need to beef myself up here because my last few targets just look to be very difficult. So I've got Lancelot here, who I'm considering. He's got low agility, which even lower than me actually, and but he's got a lot of HP and he's got very good defense. But he's also got more accuracy than me. So this is a toss up. This will be a long battle. Chicken Eater 3. Um, this one doesn't really look much more fun either, especially since he's got the tribo. So for every attack I do, he could do potentially three. Um, Not too concerned with the wall per se. It's the bows, man. It's really the bows. I'm gonna see a lot of black when I attack him. And he's got really good HP on that Berserker as well, which shouldn't get slept on. So I cannot attack myself, of course. And then the Butterfly is running the same kind of build and strategy I am. So it's going to be very similar stats to what I had. Yeah, see, he's got roughly what I had yesterday. So I'm essentially attacking yesterday's stats. And as everything starts to scale, the differences between one day and the next become smaller and smaller as our setups become more solidified. So I'm actually thinking about going the opposite direction and getting some defense on here. It's not, I put these up to 10 just to help myself out. So at least reduce the likelihood of reg hits. So we've got 477 defense now on my executioner, and I feel a bit better going into battle. Still have 400 gold left. Let's see if I can get my secondary melee up. I need to get one on each of these. I probably can't. I'm just a little bit off. Continue to pit though, and I can use some of that gold to get those enhancements rounded up. So I'm gonna do that really quick. 2, 3, 4, and then boat. I think I just have enough. And again, this goes back to something Forshard said in his victory pod, where he talked about just really trying to maximize that gold and dump it into the mercs. Every little bit counts in HD. Why am I pitting him? That would be really bad if I did that. Doing the elephant. We've got just enough gold, I think, to get those three enhancements on Wonder Mike. So we'll do that, and then we'll give some of these tough targets a shot, man. This is where it starts to get stressful. And this is just the beginning, right? Like when people start hitting 24 arrows, 28 arrows, 35 arrows, it really gets nasty. So, and it was smooth sailing for a lot of us because the people in the top 10 were attack rushing. They were so behind in buy level and had access to much weaker mercenaries. But now, as we've all sort of flattened out at 20 or 27, we have the high level advantage, I call it, versus the buy. You know what I mean? We went from having the buy level advantage to having the high level advantage with a higher level mercenary. But now I'm attacking people who were actually ahead of me. Um, so it really totally changes the game. So Lancelot, man, the one thing I do like is that I do have, like, if I get crit, he's just as likely to get crit with that low agility. This is going to be a long battle. I could get like some counter backdoor type thing. I would really hate to see that, man. I think Chicken Eater actually had that. If I took a quick peek at his attack log on Lancelot, this is probably a mistake. Is there anyone else I could hit first? It's not going to matter. I'm not going to level up or anything, right? So, yeah, let's give it a shot. He's probably a retail too. He's been killing everybody. So, um, we will. Oh, he does not have it. Record this one. Oh, John, what's going on here, man? Let's see. Right. This looks like it's in my favor so far, but I've got mounted problems. Got mounted problems. Oh my God. Look at that. 61. Oof, man. Like I said, we should just have a fucking truce. Don't counter me. Don't counter you. Let it be between the melees and the bows like it's supposed to be. So this went in my favor. I'm very happy about that. Uh, Critted him actually. There's the critical hit right there. Line 146 hit Colm, his executioner, 421 damage. Shout out to the Weed Wizard. And yeah, cool. That went better than I thought, although the mounted was very, very, very scary. Um, Second to last attack. So let's see. So Chicken Eater and his teammate, the Butterfly. Those are who I'm supposed to attack. Um, Now, Butterfly on paper is weaker than Lancelot, I think. Well, no, that's not entirely true because he's got a ton more agility on his executioner, but his boat is weaker. Yeah. Well, I'm going to attack him, and this one looks to be long, really long. I did get the back door, which is good. So that eliminates his bow. I lose my knight. Blah blah blah, and Frost wins. 228 liner. Melee held up pretty well, right? Evil Taxi didn't take very much damage at all. Wonder Mike was hurt just a little bit, and now I've got one left. Um, you know, I could attack Phil back. It's probably not the smartest move, just given the fact that um, he's got very high accuracy. He's basically built a setup that is like configured to really give setups like mine fits. He's got strong enough melee that it could last and should last, but he's also got these two X Factor bows, which can totally screw me. And, not loving that one bit. 753 HP, so the gonna take longer to kill it. He's got a good level of defense, not amazing, but for a player with no salary allocations, this is extremely efficient and very well done. The agility is higher, of course, but my accuracy is in that range too, so I'm not too concerned. I'm on the doorstep of his defense with my damage. My defense very easily covers what his main bow brings to the table. This is a crapshoot. This is interesting. Again, I've got 110 agility, accuracy, so I do feel comfortable taking this out. But it's these bows, man. We talked about this last night, and you know, I think from a fundamental standpoint, it would be like, how much is he worth? 91. So he's worth 91. Whereas someone like Cheech, who's still a tough target, but I would say does not have as much of that X factor that Phil does, this would be perhaps a safer attack. And you'd say, well, why? He's got more defense and he's got the same agility and he's got really good HP. The thing is, his bowman is not as strong, right? Like it's very unlikely that this bowman is going to reg hit me to death. It could crit me with 108 accuracy because I don't have a ton of agility. And this could definitely crit me with 140 accuracy. Um, but I just, and it's weird too that his main bow has more accuracy than the backup bow. I'm not sure what the play is there. I think he really needs to just allocate to damage only on both bowmen for like the next 5 levels. Um, so that would be, but then there's always that rivalry aspect, right? I've been going back and forth with this guy now for 2 months straight. Well, this is the third month now, and he did hit me today with the level 20 arrows, and it's very tempting to just kind of get caught up in the bullshit and hit him right back. Um, let's look at some other targets just for fun. Mark, he's got this like melee thing going on. Berserker, Enforcer, Wanderer. Don't really want any part of this right now. Could beat him, but kind of want to give this a shot anyway, man. It could go really bad though. Like this could like not die, and then all of a sudden I'm getting crit. The battle gets longer. Yeah, 111 agility. 684. I really need to actually look into HP going up because our power is scaling very quickly. Um, and I always put my HP in relation to the damage and defense that's currently out there. So, man, hmm, I should just attack him just for fun. Yeah, I left him last for a reason. 103. Hey, I'm not really too concerned about that. Let's open up the old calculator here. Uh, calculator. 91 times 1.05, so 96. So he maxed out. Um, man, I can still technically max out by just attacking someone that's easier. Cheech instead of him would still give me the same yield roughly. Maybe I might be 1 point off or something like that if it's like a rounding situation. But hmm, I did kill Butterfly earlier though, right? It was 96. So 96 would put me 7 behind. I'd still max out. It's just I wouldn't have actually hit the entire top. 12. Yeah, I'm gonna go fundamental, I think. I think I'm gonna hit Cheech. These are again, I just throw this camera on and I just start playing HD. I don't there's no script, there's no this is completely just me going through my thoughts in my mind as I play. Um oh man, but I really do want to see if that bullshit's gonna work. Oh man, now's not the time. Now's not the time. I'll get you later. Cheech is my final attack for the day. I feel oh holy shit. What? Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. Holy fucking shit. A stalemate. Wow. So this is yeah, man, this is not good. An offensive stalemate. What a way to end the day. Oh man, that really, really sucks. Um, holy smokes. So we got the counter. Look at this. 83. He had 35. Oh man. Maybe if I had enhanced the knight the way I did before, this wouldn't have happened. this is BS, man. And it's like it's still I'm still in the game, like at this point. Like I had put armor on my bow yesterday, and yeah, no, this wasn't good. At least I didn't lose, right? His bow, he couldn't get the crit that he needed. Like he should have been able to get a crit here, but especially as the battle went for 500 lines and I had like no HP left. I had 300 health or less than 300 health. He's whittling it down really, really slow. Man, that sucks. Stalemate. All right. So that is it for my attacks today. What a way to end it, man. Holy crap. I'm gonna make that one public. No. Well, everyone's gonna know anyway when they see my points. So yeah, let's just save it. Let's make it public. And yeah, sometimes HD really comes down to luck, right? Like if we go back and look at his setup, um, it makes sense that it took a long time to take this down, right? It's very strong, high defense, fair agility, good HP. This knight is extremely strong, and I kind of like just glossed over that. Probably should not have been that close if it was just going to be a counter war. He really, really put a lot into that knight, and then his bows are kind of weak, but how it goes sometimes, man. And when you have a bad day like this, you kind of screw up the archery range. When you get a stalemate like that, you kind of just got to lick your wounds and come back the next day. Go play some York and just pretend like none of this ever happened, right? HD amnesia, that's where it can also help you out too. So that's it for today. Just a quick summary here. I did not get the maximum because of the unfortunate stalemate. I would have. I'm 48 points short of that. He got it. So 1172. And Mercs are looking pretty good though. So um, I should level up after the AB tomorrow to 20 on my Executioner. I should be able to close in on 500 defense tomorrow on that. I should be able to get my backup Executioner about 450, 455. So 500 and 450 are sort of my targets. I will hit level 20 on my bow tomorrow as well, and I'll probably do the archery range early into my attacks after the alliance battle. So most of my attacks have that advantage. So that will probably, if I can get to 450, I'd be happy there. We'll see how that plays out. And then this night, I mean, shit, look at it too. It's like it needed 9 points to level up. That could have made a huge difference if it had survived. I think there was another battle where it died. I think it was versus Donut, actually. If it had survived the Donut battle, I would have had allocation points to play with, and that could have made the difference. Because if the knight survives, I eventually kill his melee and I win the battle. But anyway, that's how it goes. That's HD sometimes. And yeah, sometimes you take chances and it doesn't work out. So anyway, that's it for today. Much love. Hit me up on Discord if you have any questions. You want to chat HD, I'm always down. And I'll see you guys in another video sometime this week. Peace.